Well, hey there, this is Jerry, and I was getting started on another episode of What's Broke Today. And today we're back with our Silverado 2500 that I've been working on stuff. And some of this to get its little past state inspection. And one other thing that it had a problem with, the horn didn't work. Now, I've had this problem before, and I probably done this repair on, say anything from, say, a 2001. Yeah, might even have done, I can't remember what year, I think maybe 99, whatever year they switched over from the OBS body style to this newer, kind of more rounded body style, which might have been 99. But I think probably the oldest I've done, maybe a 2000. The newest, probably an '06. And what happens is you go to do the horn and nothing. I mean, you come out to the relay, take the cover off and check the relay. And one of the first things I do is I come out here and I pull out the relay. And there's, like in this one, there's three of these gray relays that have that same 8567 number on them. So I'll just swap it with another relay and then try the horn. And of course, you roll the window down, you reach through the door, push the horn button. You can hear it clicking in there, but you don't hear it clicking out here. And now with most of these, when the horn's not working, I usually notice the airbag light's on. I don't have a scan tool that will check the airbags, but my suspicion is from repeated turning, the clock spring on the steering column is probably bad. And if you had the proper scan tool where you go in there and actually look at the operation of like ons and offs and live data, I think you can see when you push the horn pad if it's reading that switch. It might even tell you that it's open to begin with. But most of these you figure. I mean, this one's an '01, so he doesn't care if the airbag works. He should, but you figure this guy, he's probably in his 70s. I mean, I'm gonna guess in his 70s. He looks like it. Drives a lifted four-wheel drive, 3/4 ton Duramax diesel truck, and all he cares is that it passes state inspection. So, first thing I usually do is come out here and you think, well, let's check the horn fuse. No point in checking it because the horn fuse doesn't get hot till the relay activates. It gets its power from going to the relay from another fuse, which we had a wiring diagram. I could probably tell you what fuse, but off the top of my head, I don't know. All I know is, if I take, part of how I fix this is I want to verify that I figured out the problem, and I come in here to the fuse box, and I pull out the accessory fuse, which is our auxiliary power, and it's because when you got in the diagram here, you got the AC fuse, the fuel pump or fog lamp fuse. So you got the air conditioner relay, the fog lamp relay, and then in the middle you got, I can't tell, the fog lamp relay, and I think that says BTSI or something. But I go right above it, there's a 20 amp that says auxiliary power. So I tap the auxiliary power with one of those add a fuse things, and then I pull out the horn fuse, and the two terminals in the box on these, the rear one is the one coming from the relay, the front one is the horn, and I can come here and reach down in there and the horn. if I can get that down in there. But yeah, I mean, it's real easy to reach down here and make sure the horn itself works. So, how are we going to fix this? Well, we take these antifuse deals, and this is my test one. So I'm going to go put it away. And of course, I buy these antifuse things in bulk online. So I'm going to take one, and I'm going to take and on these, the bottom slot is the auxiliary fuse. The top slot is the red pigtail coming out the side. And I'll go down there and verify that. Oh, got to move my light over to ground. Because I did go ahead and check and make sure I had power coming to the relay. And of course, the hot one is the front terminal in auxiliary. So I always want the hot wire to be the one that's, opposite my red wire here. And I'll plug that in there. I will have to go get another fuse. Um, but when I put this one in where the horn fuse goes, I'll put one in the top slot. The bottom slot don't matter. I'm just going to leave it open because it's not going to do anything. And I'll put a fuse in, and then it'll plug down in there in the horn slot. And then, of course, I'm going to have to, I'll cut a slot in this box, and I'm going to run wires down through the firewall behind the dash, and we're going to go up. I'm going to go to the auto parts store in a little bit and pick up one of those chrome plated black horn buttons, and we're going to mount that on the dash. So let me get a few more things ready. I'll have to go get a horn button, um, and then we'll run some wires. We'll install everything, and then I'll show you the horn working. All right. I got my push button switch, got my wire, and I get my knife out. I'm going to start out with getting my roll of wire and trying to get the pig's tail out of it. And I just took both ends of that spool, and then I'll just take my tape. I'm going to tape these two pieces together. We'll do that and tape those together. Okay. All right, now they got everything ready. Got my wire on there. I'm going to see if I can fish it in through the same hole where they've run wires before, here by the antenna, which is okay. Push some of that through. Now I'm going to go inside and see if I can get a hold of that. Oh, head in here where I can see. Oh yeah, way up there. I think those are wires for the aftermarket radio. All right. Got a hold of it. Make sure we're lined up to go through the hole out here. That boot has a little split in it, but not quite enough. So when I get done, I can just put a dab of silicone on that and we should be okay. Pretty tough rubber for being 20 plus years old. Okay. I just enlarged that split in that boot just a little bit, just to see if that'll help me pull that through. Slide that seat back some. Yeah, a little bit. Look like what I did, I only got one of the wires pulled through. Yep. That didn't work too good. The tape just let it slide, so I just see if I can push this wire through by itself. Okay, I think I got it through the hole now. So I'll just reach up under the dash, find my red wires, and pull it down. Oh. Okay. The wires pulled to the inside. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Because some things that seem so easy sometimes aren't. But now we can take and put our loop around here. And I'll just take my crimper and crimp that so it holds those wires. I can very carefully make sure I got plenty of wire from under the hood. Pull that. And pull those till I got them up here. Undo that. I'm going to throw the baling wire out. So our next step, make sure I got plenty of wire pulled up because I'm going up here right next to the column. And where I scrunch those wires with the baling wire, I'm going to cut them off. Yeah, I think I'm going to move the camera to the tripod. You might see better. Okay, so first step, since I got the wires up here, and there's not really going to be any polarity to this. Okay, strip back, and I'll take my little eyelets and get them ready, like so. There's one. Okay. Okay. We can get that crimped good. Now on the back of the switch, this is just a momentary, on-off switch. I'll take out the screw. I got a little bit of magnetism in my screwdriver, which will help some. I'll get the wire going through there. Okay. Put that in there and tighten her down. Pull out the other screw. Get her lined up. All right. Okay. Let's bring that one wire up around there and see how well this will work. Where I'm putting this, there's nothing behind the dash I got to worry about driving a screw into, because you don't want to drive a screw in and hit another wire. Should have done this with a power tool. Because those little screws aren't as sharp as they look like they were. Okay, there's one. I'm going to stand up and do the other one. All right. We just take our excess wires and stuff in the dash. All right. All right. Now that we're out here, get that out of the way. I need about that much wire. I'll get rid of my spool. Here, we'll get a drill. I'm just going to drill a hole through that box. That might be the easiest thing to do. I'm just going to go down below where the lid is at. And if I can put a hole through there. There we go. Okay, there's both wires through the hole. And then since that has blue butt connectors, I'm just going to fold the end of that over. Get it ready here. And okay, there's that one. And the wire I'm using to run inside is just 16 gauge, which should be sufficient for a horn. That up in there. All right. It. Now from this one that's going in where the horn fuse goes, I'm putting it in the top slot, and on this one, my horn fuse is. It ain't gonna work the way I thought it would. Okay. Okay. Well, that won't fit in the way I thought it would, so I'm going to put 2 fuses in. Kind of overkill, but that's the only way this is going to work. And put that one into the where the horn fuse was at, and then this one is going to go right here where the accessory power fuse was at, and plug in there. Of course, I can get all our wires tucked inside the fuse box, like so. That might have been some shitty filming there, but main thing is to get it sealed up so I can put the top back on it. I'll get all my stuff out of the way. And then I can reach in here and hit my button. And that's all we need. So, well, glad I got that done. That it's funny when you're filming these videos, or when I'm filming these videos, probably different for you. But when I'm filming, things that normally go real smooth just seem to fight me. So, normally getting the wires through the firewall goes real smooth. Probably the hardest thing I usually have is looking under the dash to figure out where they went, because a lot of times they end up seem like they go in and go behind the sound deadener that's on the firewall. But regardless, like I said, I sourced my power from the accessory power fuse or auxiliary power fuse with one of those fuse taps. Run the wire inside. Basic, simple push button switch you can buy at the auto parts store for, I don't know, $6 or $7. Some 16 gauge wire, which I probably used 6 feet maybe. And of course, run it back out under the hood. And then on this truck, I had to double fuse it, that tap. So when I put it down in the fuse, because I couldn't put it in the direction I wanted to with a fuse in it. So instead of trying to bend the fuse and make it work, I just double fuse it, turn it around. Regardless, it's still getting fused. It's just mainly, it's probably more at the, well, actually it's probably triple fuse, because at least it's, if at minimum, it's getting fused at the auxiliary power fuse tap. So, but regardless, it's done. I got to call him, make sure there's nothing else he wants me to do. But I do appreciate you watching. I always like those thumbs up for the likes. I do appreciate all those comments, and another shout out to all my subscribers, because I saw earlier today I broke the 1,100 subscriber barrier. Hope we keep growing. That I just appreciate all of you watching. And if anybody else out there is not a subscriber, better join on in, because no telling what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.